Getting ready to do an engine swap in the cold on the road, and this is the first thing that greets me. Yes, I have a jack cylinder there. I'm on this side. We've got a splash pan. We've got all the wrong hardware. That's wrong. Nothing else until here. That's wrong. Nothing else until here. That's wrong. So we have 3 bolts in the front. Nothing right there. We've got a wrong bolt right here. Wrong bolt right here. We got some self-tappers right here. That's the correct bolt, but so that back pan is correct, but I don't have stuff to correct this sloppiness. Plus, it's got a big gash out of it right here. Of course, that's my engine hoist. I just got done doing a mobile engine swap, and well, the day started at 1 degree, and it warmed up to about 15 whenever I was finished. But I've been driving in these conditions for about at least 5 hours now. It's been about like this for about 3 hours. I went ahead and took a nap and it got a lot worse. Most cars, including semis, decided that it was too treacherous. But no, I got myself Quattro all-wheel drive. So, of course, in my Audi, I'm overconfident. Even though I'm not on my winter tires right now. I do have a nice set of Blizzaks at home. But I didn't put them on yet. I was thinking that maybe I could save them to next year. But I've had them for about 2 years now. Actually, I've got a used set of snow tires as well I could have thrown on. But right now I'm on some General all-season tires. General is the entry-level Continental brand. Continental actually bought General Tire. I rather like them for an entry-level tire. I've had bad experiences with some Achilles tires recently. Those are some very entry-level tires, and that's a different video, but I wouldn't buy those anymore. So you see I'm coming up on some people. Most people are doing like, I don't know, 30 mile an hour or less. I guess I better check to make sure.
Lane closure ahead on I-76W in a quarter.
Okay, I had to make sure where I was going, but do I stay single file? I think I got to. This semi's not gonna let me go. Now he throws on his flashers. I mean, I'm not necessarily in a hurry. I'm not gonna do dangerous things. Like, if I pass someone, I'm gonna have plenty of confidence with it, because so far I haven't felt squirmy. Stability control has not come on unless I've smashed the gas pedal or brake pedal. But wipers don't work very well. See, look, there was a lane closure. There's a lot of things you can't see, so you have to be very careful before you start passing in these conditions. I'd really like to bring these wiper blades out, get the ice off of them, but can't always have what you want all the time. Now I think I can probably make my move, but the semi should be in the slow lane, if this is what's going on.
In 2 miles, keep right onto I-76 west toward Barberton.
Something going on at this exit. Wreck. Imagine that. I couldn't pull out my phone in time, but people are getting stuck on on-ramps. They can't even get off the highway and get up the ramp in their front-wheel drive Chevy Cruze. Yes, I have my big ram air scoop and it's completely open, but I think most of the snow came in through air box right here. I've already started to pull some of it out, but as soon as I took off the snorkel, my entire air box was full of snow. I couldn't feel any power differences, but then again, I wasn't really trying to get after it most of the time. But it could be contributing to some poor fuel mileage, and it's probably not a good idea to have restricted intake like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep the intake scoop hooked up just to see what happens, and I'm gonna keep this top scoop off. But I don't know, I'll have to figure something out. I'd like to obstruct that intake somehow. The snow screen is actually useful, I guess. And that is a K&N air filter, and the inside of that air box is completely dry, not a speck of water. I'm going to pull this filter element out, and you can see how packed it is. Pretty bad. I'm going to take it out and actually I probably shouldn't have banged it out on the engine, but whatever, it'll melt. I'm going to let it kind of get hot. It's so cold out here that there's not much heat I can feel. The idea on this is I really would like to take it out, but it's got that hose connected to it, so maybe all that wasn't a very good idea. So this pipe is still connected, but it's completely frozen solid right here. And like I said, I don't really think that this pipe was the one clogging it. It's clogged all the way to the very end right there as well. I think that all the snow was getting in this top one. You see that rag right there? That's where I blocked it off now. What I had available with me, of course, I got an engine back here. I just got done doing a mobile engine swap. Well, the day started at 1 degree and it warmed up to about 15 whenever I was finished. But what I had with me was just one of those mechanic wipes, and it's not very thick. It's a used one that I just discarded in my pocket, but at least it's not all wet. The tape stuck to it just a little bit better. I used electrical tape and I wrapped it around this inlet. You can see how most of the snow would have gone straight through that grill in the inlet and packed the air box that way. So I didn't bring my air compressor with me. I got all the snow I could get out by hand. If I didn't have this silly hose hooked up to it, I could have taken it all the way out and banged it out, but I think that'll be good enough, and we'll just roll with that. I'll check it again, and I'm pretty sure it's going to look exactly the same.
3 weeks later.
And now with this cover here, whatever was in there started to turn to ice down the bottom, and it seems to be working perfectly, just as I suspected. And all of that snow is packed in that chute like a diaper.